So if you don't know, I am a witch, and I have been one for, I don't know, 23 plus years. And this is one of my favorite spells, and it is called the Manifestation of the Pentagram. And today is a very simple spell, and all you will need is a little pot of earth, a candle, a pen, piece of paper or parchment like I've got here, just because it makes it feel fancier. And what else? Some form of liquid, preferably alcoholic, could be red wine. I'm using limoncello. It is what it is. So we're gonna have a small glass of something, limoncello, candle, earth, paper, and pen. Try and get a pen that feels kind of good to write with, and this piece of parchment. Now, what we're gonna be looking at here is the idea of the pentagram. And the pentagram here represents spirits at the top. We have air, earth, fire, and water. And each one of these things represents a different thing. So the material realm reflects the spiritual realm, and they both represent different things. So the air represents intellect, earth represents action and manifestation, water represents your emotions, and fire represents passion. What we're going to be doing here is calling in all of the separate elements to help to fulfill our manifestation. Some may call this spicy psychology, which is basically what magic is. Others may just say that you're just kind of creating a ritual to make it feel like it's fancy so that it feels like it sticks. Whatever, this is fancy goal setting by using the elements to help you. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cleanse the space. And I'm just using a little piece of sandalwood here. And we just use sandalwood to smudge, which is just what I'm doing. And we're going to start off by considering what you would like to manifest. And we're going to write this down on our piece of parchment with our pen. So the thing that I'm manifesting at the moment is the launch of my academy, which is going to be teaching all of the courses that I've taught up and now, which is ADHD courses, manifestation, my magic course called Coven. There's a lot of things that I've done in the past, so I'm trying to bring it all together so that we can work as a one under the academy. So keep your eyes out for that. So what I'm going to be manifesting is my academy, and at the top I'm going to write down my goal, okay? So the goal here is to launch my academy okay? I'm just going to write that at the top of your piece of paper, that your goal is to launch your academy. Or for you, it may be to manifest more money. It could be that you want to start a relationship, find a partner, whatever it is, find out what it is that you want to do and write that at the top of your piece of paper. Underneath that, what we're then going to do is draw this symbol of the pentagram, which is, it just looks like a little 5-pointed star. And to do that, we just start at the bottom and we just kind of go in a little star shape that looks a little bit like that. You get used to drawing them after a while of being a witch. If you haven't drawn one of these before, it looks a little bit like that. Start with a kind of an A and then just try and kind of do the points across like this. Now, the first thing that we need to think about within any ritual is how we're going to bring this into manifestation. And what we're using here with the elements is a thing called correspondence. By using the elements, we draw in the planetary vibrations of the other things that are happening here in the world, like water, like air, all of these kind of things. We're drawing in the energy of these materials and elements within the material realm to help us to manifest our intention, okay? So we as a little human, it feels like we're not very much here with our spirit self, but when we start to draw in all of the other elements, it feels a little bit more like, oh, this is powerful, this is potent. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to focus on our goal, okay? And this is step one. We're going to use our imagination. Pen here is going to represent air because it represents the intellect. And I want you to hold this pen in your hand and you're going to imagine this symbol, okay? So it's like a triangle here with a little line through the middle. And you're going to close your eyes and you're basically just going to imagine that symbol inside your mind's eye. Just visualize it for a moment. And you're just going to take a couple of deep breaths. And then you're going to focus your intention on that goal. So the goal for me is to launch my academy, but for you, whatever your goal is that you've chosen to written down on that piece of paper. Okay. And then the next step that we're going to look at is having water. Now, the water is the fuel for the intention. And this is the second step. We're going to, again, consider this this symbol here, which is an upside down triangle. This is the alchemical symbol for water. And I'm going to hold in my hand this liquid, whatever it is that you had. It could be wine. For me, as I said, it's limoncello, because why the fuck not? And we're going to imagine the feeling that would come if we were to have manifested our goal. So for me, it's like success, happiness, a feeling of completion, that I have finally launched my academy and that I've done all the work, and it just feels really exciting. So I'm just going to hold my liquid in my hands. I'm going to take a second. I'm going to imagine that upside down triangle in my mind's eye. And then I'm just going to focus on that feeling, the feeling of the goal being achieved. Okay, and now that basically what you're doing is you're pushing that energy into this liquid. What we're now going to do is bottoms up, we're going to drink our liquid. Salute. Right, the next thing, whew, that's got some kick to it. The next thing we're going to think of is the first step that we need to take to achieve this goal, okay? And we're now going to be utilizing the energy of fire, passion, to burn through all of those things that we need to do. So I want you to consider, what is the very first step that you need to take for you to achieve that goal? So for instance, if you were wanting to exercise more, it might be that you need to buy a new pair of trainers. If you wanted to, or a gym membership. If you wanted to find a romantic partner, it may be that you need to divorce your ex. It might be that you need to go onto a dating site, okay? For me, to launch my app, I need to begin building it, okay? So begin building the academy in my app. Okay, so that's the very first thing that I need to do, is begin building my academy in my app. So you can see here I've got the goal, pentagram, and then here I have the very first step that I'm going to take. Now at this point we're going to utilize fire, which is passion, and the fire is a upright symbol like this one. An upright symbol. An upright triangle is the alchemical symbol for fire. And what we're going to imagine here is the obstacles, okay? So I want you to think about obstacles that may get in the way between you taking this first step. So it could be that, I get tired, I get burnt out, I have too many clients, I get lazy, I procrastinate. There's all sorts of shit that could get in the way of me achieving this. So I want you to imagine these obstacles in your mind's eye, okay? Whilst holding onto your candle in a safe manner, obviously, don't be a moron. And we're going to imagine that fire burning through all of those listed obstacles. Imagine a list in your mind's eye of, procrastination, difficulty, coaching, clients, not enough time, exhaustion, whatever. Imagine that written down on a list, and this fire is just going to burn through them all. And as it burns through it, that first step just goes up and up and up and up on that step, on that list of things to do, because all the obstacles, all the distractions are burnt off now. So we're just back down to that very first step. Begin building the academy in the app. Good. Now the very last step here is utilizing earth, okay? And the symbol for earth looks a little bit like this. And this is about the action that you're going to take. So I want you to think about the final step. This is me, you know, I've published the academy, I've told everybody about it, I'm launching it. This is the final step that I'm going to take to launch my academy. So it will be a, hi guys, guess what? Here it is. Here's every course I've ever written. Here's the academy, how exciting. So I might do a launch party or something. So I'm gonna hold my little jar of dirt, okay? And I'm gonna actually have my fingers on the dirt here, okay? So fingers on the dirt, and at this point I'm going to imagine being in the scenario of me enjoying the experience of launching, of achieving that goal. So for you, if you're looking at romantic partner, it might be you having a date with your romantic partner or getting married. If you want to move house, it's you in your new home. If you want a new car, it's you driving your new car. If it's you having money, it's you holding on to shitloads of money or looking at your bank account, it being full. This is you in the future having had achieved your goal, okay? Make sense? So we're gonna hold this, we're gonna touch our dirt, touch in that dirt, and we're gonna sit there for a second, and I want you to imagine yourself in that scenario, in that future, having had manifested what it is that you want to manifest. Really get those feelings involved. Try and conjure up inside of yourself what that emotion would feel like. For me, it's excitement, it's pride, it's the feeling of success, of joy. Seeing people, you know, signing up, subscriptions, money coming in. People writing to me to tell me how fucking amazing my academy is. Take a nice deep breath. Oh, I opened my eyes at 12:12. Bitches, it's done. Love it. So at that point, I'm going to clean my little fingers off, okay? And we're going to say this little word. Are you ready? We're going to say in mundum ad ferro. In mundum ad ferro. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take our little thing, we're going to hold this into our chest, and we're going to say Maya voluntate fiat. Maya voluntate fiat, which means by my will it is done. Okay, by my will it is done. And the other one, which I said in mundum ad ferro, is I make it real in the world, okay? This is one of the shortest and simplest spells that you can do. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this. I have an altar, personally, and if you don't have an altar, you are missing out on an opportunity to worship a god. And I'm gonna pop mine over here on my altar to Ganesh, where Ganesh can join in a little bit with that manifestation power. And we're just gonna enjoy celebrating, and yeah, have a good afternoon. I'll see you soon. Bye.